No way. No way! We got it! Are you kidding me? And if you're here to watch something about reselling, then you've definitely came to the wrong video. This is going up to help somebody about removing a bolt or fixing a van. Sorry guys. Good morning everybody, good morning grandmas. Today is Sunday, September 2nd. We got a date with the van. Now that I have some light, I can try to explain better the issue that I'm having here. I've got it in time on these front. The rear ones are where I'm having issues. The locks came off yesterday, and shifting it to where it doesn't stay. Like I'll shift it to where I think it's in time, and then it will just move. And then everything will kind of shift a little bit, and it'll just be like a pain. I did watch some more videos. I'm gonna do some more clamping. That's what I've been reading, is like doing the clamping will help. I'm gonna do more clamping. I have a couple more clamps I'm gonna use, and hopefully that will assist me. Someone just got here. Andy, let's get that. See that mustache? Who trimmed it? They trimmed your mustache? Oh, we got dumped on.
You're coming with us, right?
No, I'm working on the car.
Okay. Where'd the car go?
No, I can't. It's frustrating.
Oh,
it's difficult.
I know, but did you read my thing? Grandpa would be proud of you.
I'd be helpful to have Grandpa as a hand, just to hold some stuff, even if he doesn't know what he's doing. Just because the things that I'm doing are moving, and everyone says it's so difficult to do by yourself, and it is. She went to go get a new doorknob because we locked ourselves out of the house this morning. Andy, my mom, and Grandma are going up to see Martin and Kat and the baby. Oh, we're taking the van. Let me get it off the jack stand. We'll give Andy a couple more.
You better, since you had to go to the bathroom.
Here.
He had to go to the bathroom.
Those are the Christian DVD music video. You like them?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Music video. Look, you gave me a hug.
Love you.
Yeah.
Love me. You gave me an air kiss.
Yeah, you know how
Andy, go to the bathroom.
Do you know what the subscribers have been saying? They said, what kind of DVDs Andy like? I said, anything, tell them what you want, PG or G rated?
Peach Dragon.
No, PG or G rated?
Yeah, PG is G rated for Peach Dragon is G rated.
You're looking for Peach Dragon?
I have it on I have two copies on VHS, but not on DVD.
All right, Andy's looking for Peach Dragon on DVD if anyone finds one.
Hey,
I'll pay for shipping. I had a revelation because I had a good night's sleep, and had about 5 hours of sleep, but anyways, had a revelation. And my revelation was, I'm trying to get that tick to line up with, there's a mark about one tooth off. And my revelation was, what if when I lined up the old belt to the new belt and did my marks, what if I was off by a tooth? Because there was a huge gap from here to here. So I'm counting teeth now in between the old timing belt marks. And I count 65.5 teeth here, but I count 64.5 teeth on my new belt. So what's been frustrating me so badly yesterday is that I did not have, I was trying to line up a tick to a tick, but it was one tooth off. That was my mistake when I transferred the marks from the old belt to the new belt. So I think I'm making some progress. So getting the belt on really wasn't that difficult. As soon as I found out that my measurement last night was off, if I didn't do that, I would have blown through this. That was what was frustrating. Everything was trying to be too tight because I was one tooth measurement off because I was measuring late. But now everything looks lined up. All my other measurements are on. I do have a crank sensor there that looks like it needs to be replaced. That crank sensor definitely looks like it needs to be replaced. That thing is gross and grody and falling apart. Unfortunately, I do not have one of those. I did not order one. I thought about it, but I'm an idiot. I did not. I should have ordered one. They're only like 17 or 20 bucks off of eBay. I think they're like $70 from the auto parts store. I'm gonna go get one of those. It took me like 5 hours to get into this thing, and the crank sensor's not broken, but it's not in good shape, so I want to change it out while I'm in it.
Yeah, it looks like I would have to order it. The one that's more available is $76.49.
So the Charlotte Harbor store has one, and that's the $70 one?
Yep. Oh, and Toledo blade too.
Okay, perfect. And me and my mom locked ourselves out of the house this morning. I couldn't jimmy the lock, so I just smashed it with a hammer. Get that open. All right, I think we are making progress. All right, I think everything is in time. Turtles in time. Now we're going to tighten this thing. From what I've seen online, you take some needle nose pliers, put them in there, twist it counterclockwise, put a little bit of back pressure on it, tighten that sucker down. It's like a smiley face with two eyes and then a green smile. Because this thing is happy that it doesn't have to be timed again. Now I wonder if I turn it over or if I pull the pin right now. Getting in the zone, going to AutoZone. I got my grandma's Scion XA. This is my first time ever driving this car, actually. It smells like my grandma and grandpa. I absolutely love it. 120 something thousand miles. This is the same car that I've driven for most of my adult life. I had a 2005 Scion XA. I put about 170,000 miles on it with the original clutch. It was a 5-speed. I've given it to Raymond, Rachel's little bro, my brother-in-law. So it's still in the family. It's technically a one-owner car or whatever, since I was the only driver. Now he drives it. But we are on our way to AutoZone. Return that oil we didn't use yesterday, and then pick up that crank position sensor. It is expensive. It's like 75 bucks. If I would have prepared and got it offline, I would have been able to save 50 bucks. But I'm gonna spend up and get it today. It's probably a little bit better quality, and get it so I can get the project done and get my mom able to close the garage, because she didn't sleep well thinking about all the snakes that are just slithering into our warm garage from all the rains outside. I'm glad my grandmother left the keys. I appreciate it. I did use some orange pumice on my hands to keep me from getting black smudges all over your car, so thank you, Grandma, for leaving the car so I don't have to shoot up there on the scooter. This is quite the project. I am leveling up as a person. My patience is doing well. But if I would have just marked the belt correctly and counted teeth and everything, I would have been fine. The thing isn't that bad. I think this is a 2006 Scion. They added the radio controls on the steering wheel, and they also changed it to a knob, and there's an auxiliary port somewhere. Mine was the first year, the 2005, the first year it's made it to America. They do have the Scion in Japan. I forget the name of it. It's not called the Scion. They don't even have Scion in Japan. That was like an American cool kid branding that they did. That kind of failed. But they do have the Scion XA. It's branded as something else. I can't remember it now, but I did see a bunch of them when I was in Japan. It's a great car. Mr. Money Mustache recommends it. I recommend it. It's got the hatch. You can fit a bunch of stuff in it. I've driven mine all across the country. I fit a ton of stuff in it. Gave me no issues other than self-induced wheel bearing and transmission issues, and that's it. Let's see what radio station my grandma has on. Yes! And oh, the woes to a $75 part that I could have got for 20 bucks. Probably the same dang quality if I would have known or ordered it online preemptively. So anyone doing this, buy a crank sensor. It's like 20 bucks online and 75 from any of the auto parts stores. Do the crankshaft position sensor before you tighten this smiley face. I just had to loosen it up a little bit to get to that 10mm bolt back there. And here's our old sensor next to our new sensor. Bad boy is all cracked. It's supposed to have a plastic piece on the top and in the front. So we're gonna reinstall the new one. All right, reinstalled that tensioner pulley after doing the sensor. Clips are now coming off. We're gonna turn over the engine a couple times and see, well, what the instructions say is to turn it quarter of a turn counterclockwise to get a little bit of slack into the belt, pull the slack out with that pulley, and then do a couple clockwise turns. All right. So I did quarter turn counterclockwise. I'm gonna go back. There's some crank sensor dust in there. Clean that out. All right, I did 2 complete rotations of the crankshaft. That is still timed on our front. Everything looks square. Let me get a light in the back. It's really difficult to see these back ones. You can stick a piece of metal in that slot in the back, or better yet, a piece of plastic over the blue and see if it hits that tick. You can see it from the top, and that's in time also. I'm gonna turn it over 2 more times and see. And I have dropped my phone a number of times during this project, and I have cracked that glass protector overlay. I'm gonna have to install a new one after this. This has been my source of light during the night. Oh, for those dark corners I can't see. All right, pull the pin on your automatic tensioner like a grenade, and we're gonna crank it over a couple more times to set that automatic tensioner level. Okay, so I just had a really bad boo-boo. I was tightening the pulley bolt down to spec, and I thought I was tightening it down to spec. It's supposed to be at like 30 to 40 foot-pounds, and as I was tightening it, it snapped. It is down there behind this bracket right here, and now I'm gonna have to figure out how to drill that out. This is a mess. Absolute mess. I had a little mini freak out. I didn't get it on camera. Oh! It's about 1:30. We've made 5% progress today. 1 step forward, 2 steps back with that broken bolt, but the timing is now done, which is a win. So yeah, now we're on our way to Home Depot. We're gonna get a right angle drill and a tap kit to tap that bolt out. Mario texted me and congratulated me on how good of a job I was doing yesterday. And I let him know immediately after he texted me, or immediately before he texted me, I snapped the bolt. I was like, dude, I made a pretty bad boo-boo. And I also got to go to the auto parts store and get a new bolt. I'm gonna go to a different auto parts store because I'm too embarrassed to go to that one again. Okay, just kidding. I didn't go there because I was embarrassed at the other place. I went there because it was close to Home Depot, which is right behind there. They didn't have it, so I'm on the hunt. There is a Napa in Cape Coral that says that they have one. I'm gonna call Kia dealership right now. They should have one. I don't know if Kia's dealership is open on Sunday. I probably called about 10 places. 2 Kia dealerships, 2 Napas, an O'Reilly, 2 AutoZones, and we have no bolts available on any of them. But right now I gotta worry about getting that stripped bolt out, and the headache continues. Got my screw extractor from Advanced Auto Parts, and look at this bike, man. Look at those handlebars. Super sick. It's built on a Honda. So we got a right angle drill. Slow and steady. Slow and steady, make a small pilot hole. I got a very small pilot hole drilled. Working on it. Slow and steady, very slow. I got a 1/2 inch into that bolt. Pretty straight. I think the kit that I just bought from Advanced Auto Parts, Discount Auto Parts, was too fat of a diameter for this bolt, so I'm gonna go to an Ace Hardware with my bolt and see if I can get some other assistance. This turned out to be quite the project. Like, this entire day is me removing that bolt. Going to Ace, looking for reverse drill bits. I think that'll be the best option. I'm getting in there, man. I'm got like a 1/2 inch. And I figured I might as well use a reverse drill bit while I'm doing it, while I'm like expanding the hole, just because it might catch and then pull the whole thing out. So the hunt is on. Oh man. And then the hunt will be on for this bolt. Ace Hardware is closed on Sundays, so we are gonna go to Sears. This is why brick and mortar stores still exist. Like, once in a while, somebody with no experience tries to fix something on a car and needs the part or the tool same day because the car is half parked in their mother's garage. Come on, Sears. I am certain that I have bought this tool before. Sometime in my motorcycling days or something. Got my $14 bolt extractors. It was the most complicated checkout process I've ever been to. It would not read my card. You had to like take the chip out, put the chip in, take the chip out. Like Sears, I told him, I was like, man, Sears, No wonder why people shop on Amazon. I hope that dude has a plan B. I told him he needs a plan B because Sears ain't gonna be around for that much longer. And driving my grandma's car around, this is the same car I had, and I believe this has a, I think I got a wheel bearing that's out on this car. I can hear it roaring when I get up to speed, and it sounds just like mine did when I had a wheel bearing issue. When I get around like 40 miles an hour, I can hear this like roar. It sounds just like a wheel bearing issue. I'm gonna tell my grandma to get it checked. I've never done a wheel bearing. I mean, I probably could do it. I had mine done at a shop because I didn't have my mechanic confidence, but I don't think it would be that difficult. I'm gonna swing by Walmart on the way home just to see if they have a comparable or better drill extractor set. I saw one there when I was getting tools yesterday, but I don't know. I didn't get it. I didn't look at it good enough, so I'm gonna go look at it now. It's on the way home anyways, so we'll go look at that. Why did I go to Sears? This is like 10 times better. They're the opposite spinning drill bits and then the extracting things as well. And this is only like $12. Sears is definitely going out of business. So in case that one doesn't work, I might get me one of these. I'm gonna get them both actually, and probably just start with the green one if that one don't work. And my mom said we need some peanut butter for the house. We might as well get some peanut butter for the house. All right, so here's my bolt kit. I'm probably around this. So I'm gonna try to use this. This is a reverse bolt and then a reverse suck out bolt. So we're gonna use both of these and hopefully we'll get that bad boy out now. No way, no way, we got it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The Walmart toolkit worked. The bolt is extracted. I am victorious. I called Mario in despair. I was so aggravated at my mechanic skills. I've been so mad that I've been going to the gym and my arms are too strong for this bolt. But it is out. It is beautiful. My heart sank when it snapped. I gotta send a picture to Mario and to E. He's gonna be happy. Oh, we can keep working on the van. I gotta go run to the auto parts store and see. Let's do it. That was the Walmart kit. So what I did, okay, let me explain what I did. First I freaked out, then I texted Mario. He told me that it was probably a bolt issue, but then I called E and he was like, yeah, it probably wasn't a bolt issue. You probably just over tightened it. So I'm just an idiot not knowing how to use a torque wrench. But I started with a small bit and very slowly worked it in with that right angle DeWalt drill that I Home Depot. So I started with a small bit and then I worked my way up to a little bit bigger bit and then a little bit bigger bit, and then I initially bought this from the auto parts store and then we're like, yeah, that's too big, we're not gonna do that, I need a smaller one. So I went and got the smaller kit. This was $12 from Walmart and it has just brought me so much joy. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. I am so stoked. That was such a beautiful extraction. That is like a pro extraction right there. The timing belt was on and it is done. The bolt that I broke, the freaking bolt that beat me to heck today, the bolt that destroyed me, the bolt that ruined this video, there it is. For real though, I need to go to the auto parts store and look for that. Oh, so yeah, so I drilled small hole, a little bit bigger, took my time and patience. Whenever I saw metal congregating at the tip, I would take it out, wipe it off, and then I got it in about, like you see, about a half inch into there. And then got my kit from Walmart, which I am so happy about. I went with the number 2 and just tapped it in with a hammer. Adjustable wrench or a spanner, got it in there and then just twisted it out. And then that forced this reverse thread in and the bolt came out fairly easily. I am so happy right now. Back at it, going to the auto parts store. Hopefully they can match this up to something that they have, and that would be fantastic. It's gotta be hardened steel. I got the length, I got the pitch, I got the everything. Please have it. Granted, I did need like a $100 tool from Home Depot, but if that bolt was accessible, I wouldn't have, and that would have been a $12 Walmart tool extraction. That would have been amazing. That is a good kit. I am so happy. But it also, what world are we living in where the Walmart tools are better than the Sears Craftsman tools? Because the kit that they had that was Craftsman was complete garbage compared to that Walmart one. I don't know how brand loyal you are to Advanced Auto Parts, but if someone comes in and wants a recommendation for an extracting kit, so they don't have it, but I'm going to the other store. Get that bolt. They called it. It's on the counter. His name is Jeremy. Let's do it. So they did not have it. Homeboy who called gave them either the wrong measurement or homeboys in there had the wrong measurement. They had a 60mm bolt. This is a 50mm bolt. The hunt is on. I'm gonna go to an AutoZone, maybe an O'Reilly's, and then maybe a Home Depot again. Home Depot or Lowe's. See what we can find. No luck finding the bolt. So much for being a auto place, AutoZone, or being Advanced. I'm not in the zone anymore. Maybe I'll check Home Depot. I gotta go back home. My grandma just got home. Maybe I'll grab my mom's car, check Home Depot or Lowe's. I don't know. There's a hardware store I was recommended, but they are not opening right now. Could order the bolt online, then that's gonna be like another week. Yeah. I could be upset that I can't find this bolt and I've wasted all this time driving around, but I'm really not, because I'm still just so happy that I got it out of the engine block, that I was able to do that, because now I'm back to like not broken car and not gonna have to call a mechanic to get this out and to weld it or to tack weld it on. I'm still back to like square one of just needing to reassemble. It's like the bolt just got lost and rolled under something. So yeah, back home. There's not much more I can do today without the bolt. The win was getting the bolt out. I'm just gonna clean up my work area. Right now it's like tornado. So I'm gonna start putting away tools that I'm not gonna need anymore. For instance, this feeler gauge, we're done with that. I'm gonna fix my mom's doorknob that we had to smash with the hammer this morning. I'm gonna start cleaning my disgusting hands from touching the door. I don't think I can work on the van tomorrow either because everything's closed. We'll see. Maybe one of the hardware stores will be open. Maybe I'll go to Home Depot later today. If you've gotten this far, give the video a thumbs up. Still some good information here for people that want to extract bolts, want to work on their van. I appreciate everyone for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you have any encouraging comments, I'd love to hear them. And I will talk to you guys in the morning. Bye. This doorknob is like a representation of my day. Except I did not get a new doorknob.